Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well. I am back in LA this week. Back doing some street photography after my 9 to 5. Let's be honest, guys. I wanted to discuss this week the limitations of using a fixed lens system for the last 2 months. I've had the Fuji X100VI for about 8 weeks now, and I've only used it, and I've only shot with it, and I've learned a few things. So let's get into it. So if you've been hiding under a rock, let me tell you a little bit about the Fuji. It's a 40 megapixel APS-C fixed lens system. It's compact, it has IBIS and the new autofocus of the X-T5. While this camera doesn't have an interchangeable lens, it does have some flagship specs with only just a few shortcomings. The Fuji has a full frame focal length of 35 millimeters. This focal length is often considered a general purpose focal length. I can see why Fuji went with it here. It has a sweet spot, not too wide, not too long, but you're forced to zoom in and out with your feet. But what has that done for my street photography? Well, to be honest, it's pushed me creatively. I've had to apply techniques like blocking to get better framing of my subjects due to how wide the lens is. I've had to stop relying on my things like bokeh to enhance my composition, which has made my framing better. It has also pushed me out of my introverted shell because I've had to get closer. I usually stand back and observe with an 85 or a 50, but with a 35 millimeter, you really can't do that. So it's really forced me to kind of come out of my shell, and as a result, it's led to some really cool photos. You know, I've had some mixed opinions about it because I'm kind of an introvert, but it really has led to some pretty cool photos. It's not all sunshine and rainbows, guys, though. Get the whole truth from me. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. See if I can walk down these stairs without tripping and still film myself. But anyhow, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. The two-way articulating screen just really doesn't do it for me. I really like to get low, and that's a compositional thing that we do as photographers. And without that three-way screen of the X-T5 or a fully articulating screen of the X-H2, you're kind of left to lay on the ground, basically, if you really want to get the shot. And I don't want to do that. I say that to say there's two sides. I say that all the time. There's two sides of this. You know, there's a lot of trade-offs you get when you go to a system like this. Can't change the lenses. The battery's small, one card slot, not fully water sealed. Just so many trade-offs. But it does produce fantastic images, and it makes for a great camera for what it is, a street camera, a travel camera. It's not gonna replace all your cameras. It's not gonna be your do-it-all camera unless you're willing to deal with all the limitations of having a fixed lens system. I gotta tell you though, it has improved my creativity quite a bit, and it's allowed me to really, really just hone in on composition and not really worry about what focal length should I be using or what this. I don't have a choice. And since I don't have a choice, when left out, I just have to adapt and make it work. And that is what I really learned throughout all this. All right, guys, I got some good light now, so I am going to put this away and get my Fuji back out and get to shooting. I'll see you in the studio. Welcome back. I'm home. And if you didn't play Splatfest over the weekend, you're missed out. Now, I gotta tell you, the chicks lost. I was in the baby chick group. Fucking baby bears or whoever the hell they were. Anyhow, let's move on. All right. I'm back in the video, and I'm studying to stop doing that. I got my hobo mic set up today because I do not like to crap around my neck. Again, we're gonna see if it works. I got it closer to my mouth, and I can talk into it all sultry like this. Oh yeah, baby. There's that guy on Instagram. He's hilarious on his roller skates, looking like a creeper. Oh goodness. Anyhow, all right. Let's bring things home on this last trip, because I got a lot to talk about this Fuji X100VI. It is shaping up to be inconsistent. There's going to need to be some firmware updates pretty quick here, guys. There is, definitely. So after I left you guys in LA, I took the Fuji out and did some more shooting, and I noticed a weird thing that's happening with it. If I take a photo and then try to take a photo pretty much right after it. Like, you know, press, just like that. Press. The second photo was completely out of focus. Nothing's in focus. Absolutely nothing. It's just completely out of focus. Now, this has happened to me in very bright, well-lit areas, and it's happened to me in the dark. I thought it was the autofocus issues in low light only, but it appears that there may be some autofocus issues just in general with this camera. Something that Fuji needs to address, because I can't rely on it right now, and that sucks. Now, when you're doing photography and you see a cool subject, you frame it up, you take the picture, but a lot of times you take a couple, right? And, I could put it in continuous shutter mode, I guess, but I just want to press the button, boom, 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 take 3 shots. Should be easy peasy, no big deal. This has got great autofocus. Something's going on. I've had all these X100s, and I haven't seen this issue before, so I'm looking at it right here. Got it sitting right here on the side of the camera. This is that new cap I got for it, this magnetic. I love this cap, by the way. Anyhow, so I've noticed those issues. We're going to take you into Lightroom so I can show you those issues. All right, so let's go into Lightroom and let me show you real quick. So I took 3 photos of this individual right here. The first photo came out, okay, this is unedited, by the way. Obviously, you can see that by looking at the sliders here. The first shot came out okay, in focus. The second shot, 100% blurred. Why? There's like nothing in focus in this shot, not a thing. Not even the ground's in focus, nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing in focus. And then the next shot, in focus. So I took 3 consecutive shots, and the first one's in focus, the third one's in focus, the second one, nothing's in focus. Now this happened again when I tried to take a shot of this guy right here. I took 2 shots. The second one was out of focus, and I don't have it in here, do I? No. So anyhow, you see the issue I'm talking about right here with this shot. This is in bright daylight. There's no excuse for this to happen on a brand new camera, especially one with upgraded autofocus and upgraded algorithms. Absolutely no excuse for it. All right, guys, that's what I wanted to show you in Lightroom. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording. All right, we are back. So as you can see, there's some issues with the Fuji. The X100 is not all sunshine and rainbows. Don't let anyone tell you it is. I keep telling you guys that. I'm gonna shoot it straight. I'm gonna tell you how it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna fanboy it out. I'm going to tell you the truth, and the truth is this is inconsistent. You can't rely on this. For $16.99, you could get an XT5, and that's a very reliable camera. Hell, the XS20 is a very reliable camera, and you can get that for the same price as the Fuji. I can't rely on this X100VI right now. I've seen too many inconsistencies in low light, and I've seen inconsistencies with the autofocus, even in bright daylight. So just take that for what it is. Do your own testing. See if you see these same issues as I do. I'm still on the fence on whether I'm going to keep this camera, to be honest with you. Like I said, I can't rely on it like I can my H2 that I'm filming on today, and my Nikon ZF, and all the Nikons actually that I own, I have owned, minus the Z30. That was an inconsistent camera too, but it was also $800, not $16.99 like this bad boy, or $15.99 like this bad boy. Too many inconsistencies, and that's not my jam. I'm not a fan of that. I love the fact that it's compact. I love the fact that it's small. You'll learn the quirks of this camera like I am learning over the 2 months that I've been testing it. And there's some quirks. There are some quirks, and I've explained them throughout the last few videos. This inconsistent autofocus has happened to me on several occasions, in several different locations, several different lighting conditions. It's not just low light. I'm going to continue to test it. I'm still going to take it to Amalfi with me, and I'm still going to use it there because it fits in that small bag, and it's so easy to carry with everything. But after that, I'm going to make a decision on whether I'm going to keep this camera or not, to be honest with you, and just might go back to using my ZF or XT5 or just something that's going to be more reliable than this camera. I hate to tell you that. I know there's a lot of hype around this, and a lot of people are going to want it. It might not be the right camera for you is all I'm saying. It might not be the right camera for you. So take these things and think about it. And do you really want a camera that limits you like this? It will spur some creativity and you will learn a lot over time, but what happens if you want good bokeh? Well, you can't use the 56-1.2 that I have. You're at a 35mm focal length, so you're gonna need to get really close to your subject to get any bokeh. Just some of those things you gotta think about. This isn't my only camera, and if I only could have one camera, it would not be this camera. This is a luxury item for me, honestly, and not one that I'm sure I'm gonna keep. All right, guys, that's it for me. If you got any questions about the Fuji, or any camera questions or any photography questions, always drop them in the comments. Hit that subscribe button, please. You know what? This channel's growing. It's growing slowly but surely. I think I hit over 250 last week, and that was amazing. Thank you guys for subscribing. I hope you stick around. And if you want to see some more content, whatever it is, let me know. All right, guys, that's it for me. I'm out of here till the next video, which I believe, unless I swap up my situation here on my YouTube schedule, is going to be going over the street photography settings that I have of the X100VI. I got this little device here, which is a video capture device. There you go. I got this video capture device that you plug into your computer to capture the back screen of any camera for that matter. So I'm going to take some time to film a video, go through the settings that I use to set up my camera. Maybe one of you guys are like, wait, what are you doing that for? Maybe that's why your autofocus is off. Maybe that's it. I don't know. All right, guys, that's it. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment, subscribe, do all the things, and I will catch you later. Peace. Look at my crooked ass finger.